Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is SJP, the host of the SJP Files. Have you heard about Anchor? If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Once again, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Oh shit, here we go again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the SJP Files. This is the Sports Report, hosted by yours truly, SJP. Now today, I usually do the power rankings at the beginning of each week, as you all know. But this week, we might skip the power rankings because I got like 2 other episodes of another show to do. This is like I said before, I don't know if I said this on this pod before, but I've always wanted to branch out and do other shows. So if you go over to Spreaker or Spotify, you'll catch out my new show, the SJP Files Movie Edition. You can find it on Spreaker, Spotify, Google Podcasts, etc., etc., etc. Wherever you find your podcast, you should be able to find the movie edition of the SJP Files, where currently I am going through the Zack Snyder's Justice League review. Now, today is a very, very special day. Today is the day after NBA free agency, the trade deadline in the NBA, where all kind of shit always happens. Big trades, personalities moving, trades, buyouts, free agents, going to teams that are making one final push to win a championship. And we got some big trades from the NBA this year. Big trades. We have first real, shot of the day is the Denver Nuggets trade for JaVale McGee. Denver Nuggets looking for a strong veteran inside presence. They believe, McGee fits the role, and I think he does. He's experienced. He's got championship experience. He has, I believe, 2 championships with the Golden State Warriors. He's got 1 with Cleveland Cavaliers. He's got 3. He played significant. He played good minutes with both these teams. He was traded from the Cleveland Cavaliers for Isaiah Hartenson and 2 future second round picks from the Denver Nuggets to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And really, the next trade is really the biggest trade of the day. The Magic are going into total and complete rebuild. They are tearing this thing down to the very foundation and starting over with their young core. Markelle Fultz is still hurt. You got Cole Anthony, who's kind of in and out of the lineup himself. I think Terrence Ross's contract either comes up this year or next year. For that to be said alone, but the Orlando Magic trade Nicola Vucevic, Al-Farouq Amino, and Aaron Gordon. That's 2 of their. That's actually their 2 named players. The Bulls send back Wendell Carter Jr. and Otto Porter Jr. and 2 first-round picks to the Orlando Magic for Nicola Vucevic. This is I think this is a scary good trade. This trade is this is a good trade. This is a without question really good trade by the Chicago Bulls and by the Chicago Bulls are making a complete. They're taking their shot. They've got Zach LaVine, Lauri Markkanen. You put in, Kobe White. You got Patrick Willis, Thaddeus Young. You add Nicola Vucevic, they're looking to make a serious push for the playoffs. And right now, I'm trying to remember what their standings are, where they are at the standings. I believe they're 10th right now. They're 19-24, just inside the play-in tournament, about a game and a half up on the Toronto Raptors from 10-11. I haven't watched, I'm not going to lie, I have not watched much basketball this week. I've been focusing more on my movie show, so I have not had the chance to really watch some like solid ball today. I just haven't had the chance to really watch some solid ball this week. But this trade it's a fantastic trade for the Orlando Magic and for, actually I would say this Orlando, because Vucevic, they got like a bag for Nicola Vucevic. I mean, Wendell Carter Jr., Otto Porter Jr., or Otto Porter, I forgot what the hell, Otto Porter, and 2 first-round picks, one in 2021, which this year is upcoming draft, and one in 2023. Now, the 2021 one may or may not be good, may or may not be a lottery pick, depending on how this trade figures out, but the one in 2023 could be a very good pick. Nicola Vucevic is averaging a career-best 24.5 points a game, almost 12 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal. A very solid player. He's definitely an all-star. And this might be kind of rude, but he's kind of like a discount Nikola Jokic. He's like a discount Jokic. He's not his passing ability is nowhere near as good as Nikola Jokic is, but he's got a mid-range game. He's got a three-point game. He's a good rebounder. He's a below-the-rim rebounder. He's not one of those guys who could jump completely out the gym. He's not that dude. But he is a solid rebounder, a solid player, and this is definitely going to enhance the Chicago Bulls' ability to truly, make a real push for the playoffs. And I wouldn't be surprised if you see the Chicago Bulls rack up some wins together, like the way they're playing. Excuse me, with the way they're playing right now. After this ridiculous trade, which I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of shocked. I had heard Vucevic might get traded, but I wasn't expecting them to get that much for him. After that, the Orlando Magic also traded Evan Fournier to the Boston Celtics. The Celtics reportedly short on depth, which interesting. They got Orlando Fournier. The Celtics got Fournier from Orlando for 2 second-round picks, essentially. Which is weird. And as much as I like Fournier, he's a good scorer. Great shooter, solid defender. This does nothing for me for this trade. I don't understand this trade, honestly. I mean, maybe Boston making a little bit of a push, but this isn't what I thought they needed. I thought they needed if you had told me they had gotten Aaron Gordon, okay, that's a better trade, because I think they need a big man. I think they need like a big man. They also need like a solid, consistent point guard, because Kemba has been up and down all year long. Shoots great against bad teams, plays poorly sometimes against good teams. But the Bulls get Troy Brown and Mo Wagner to Chicago for Daniel Gadford and Chandler Hutchinson. I don't know most of these people in this trade. This seems like a trade for me. But like I said, the Bulls making moves, trying to get teams ready. And another big deal, like I said, man, the Orlando Magic just chopped this team in half. They are going full rebuild. They got rid of Vuce, they got rid of Fournier, and now they got rid of Gordon. They got rid of Gordon to the Denver Nuggets. The Gordon trade gives, the Magic send Gordon, Hayward, and forward Gary Clark to the Nuggets for Gary Harris and RJ Hampton and a first-round pick. The number 4 former overall pick, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists from Gordon. Gordon has played in all of them with the Magic. He's ranks in the franchise's top 10 in rebounds, blocks, and games played. He's a good player. He's one of those players that you catch him on his second team is really where you'll see the player he will become for the remainder of his career. Because guys who get picked high, they're always looking to become the teams and themselves. They're all looking to become that star. And some guys you see it immediately, and other guys need time, and other guys just never become that star, and they just need a team to fill a role. And in this instance, Gordon Hayward, sorry. Aaron Gordon going to the Denver Nuggets is great for him. It's fantastic for him getting to play alongside Jokic and Porter and Murray. And Jokic, one of the best passers in the NBA. Not just for a big man, period. I think he could outpass almost any point guard in the league. He's a fantastic passer, bounce passer. And Gordon's a slasher, a rebounder. He plays really good defense. Underrated defender in Aaron Gordon. I think this could be a low-key steal for the Denver Nuggets. I think this could definitely move them up because the Lakers have lost 4 straight. The Clippers have won 4 straight. The Phoenix Suns are 7-3 in their last 10. The Utah Jazz are 6-4 in their last 10. With the Lakers injuries, LeBron's going to be out most likely 3 to 5 more weeks. 3 to 5 more weeks for King James is what's most likely going to happen to him. So you got King James out for 3 to 5 more weeks. I mean, Anthony Davis looks like he's going to be out maybe 2 more weeks. So they're going to fall, and they're going to fall fast for the Lakers. So when LeBron James gets back, I would not be surprised to see the Lakers end up in the, I would say, 7th or 8th spot. Because the Mavericks are pushing it. They've won 7 of their last 10. The Portland Trailblazers got CJ McCollum back. Damian Lillard's been balling all game, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them move ahead. San Antonio Spurs always play good basketball. It looks like the Memphis Grizzlies are working better, and the Golden State Warriors are kind of crashing and burning. As it would seem, they're 3-7 in their last 10. They're 9-15 on the road. They're terrible. Terrible hoopers. But this trade, I think it's good for the Nuggets. I'm surprised the Magic didn't get back more for Aaron Gordon. A little surprised about that. The Heat add Bjelica. Miami sending Mo Harkless and Chris Silva to the Kings. And Miami gets back Bjelica. I don't know. I don't know much about Bjelica, but the real trade that makes this, great for the Heat. We want to talk about the Heat right now. The great thing for the Heat is, hey, they got Victor Oladipo. From the Houston Rockets. We're going to break that down as soon as I get to it later on. I'm going in chronological order of trades that are reported. The Sixers get George Hill in a 3-way deal. The Philadelphia 76ers get OKC's George Hill for Tony Bradley, Terrence Ferguson, and 2 future first-round picks. Austin Rivers goes to OKC as part of the 3-way deal. 3-team trade is, like I said, Philly, New York, Oklahoma City. Sixers get Hill. And Knicks forward Ignis Bird, I have no idea how to say that dude's last name. The Knicks get 76ers wingman Terrence Ferguson, and Thunder get Knicks guard Austin Rivers. 76ers Tony Bradley and second round picks in 2015 and 2015 from Philly. 25 second round picks in this trade, and George Hill goes to Philly. Good pickup for them. I think they needed another solid, ball handling point guard. You don't need somebody who could, score a lot, but you need somebody who could kind of run the offense when Ben's on the bench, and keep Seth Curry off the ball. Norman Powell The Blazers pick up Norman Powell from the Raptors for Gary Trent and Rodney Hood. Rodney Hood is most likely, from what I'm hearing, Rodney Hood is most likely going to get bought out, and I think Gary Trent might stay, but from what I'm hearing, Rodney Hood's probably going to get bought out, end up with somebody else. The Lakers tried to make a push for Kyle Lowry. Reportedly, the Lakers offered Dennis Schroeder, KCP, and THT for Kyle Lowry. The Raptors said no. So Lowry's going to stay in, is going to be in Toronto. He's probably going to leave after this year. Maybe no. He's got his ring. He might want to stay. You never know. But I think reportedly, it looks like he's probably going to stay. Okay. After that, the Clippers trade Lou Williams for Rajon Rondo. Lou Williams and 2 first-round picks and cash for Rajon Rondo. Rondo is averaging 4 points, 2 rebounds, 3.5 assists for this year. It's so stupid. How is this dude only averaging 2 points? He's been terrible this year. He really has. He's been horrendous this year. He's been playing bad. He's been hurt on and off. He's just not playing well right now. But he wasn't playing great basketball last year. And in the bubble, you saw playoff Rondo once again. And I think that's what they're hoping for. I think that's what the Clippers are hoping for. They're hoping that they get playoff Rondo this year, and he became a knockdown shooter in the playoffs. A completely knockdown shooter, hitting open shots. Him, KCP, both hitting big shot after big shot after big shot, playing great defense. He was the 3rd best player on that team. He was without question the 3rd best player on that team for the Los Angeles Lakers last year when they won their championship. And, they're absolutely fantastic players and that deserve that kind of respect. And I don't think it's going to work out well for them, because as much as I love them, as much as I love Rondo, I hate the Clippers. So I kind of hope this blows up in their face. I really do. I really hope this blows up in their face. The Raptors deal Terrence Davis to the Sacramento Kings for a future 2nd-round pick. Heat, like I said, chronological order. The Heat get Victor Oladipo, all-star swingman, is going back to the Eastern Conference. The Raptors get Avery Bradley, Kelly Olynyk, and a 2022 pick swap. And Victor Oladipo heads to Miami. Oladipo's been averaging 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal. He reportedly turned down a 2-year extension from the Rockets in late February. Not surprising. This is a great trade for Miami as long as Victor can stay healthy. Victor Oladipo can stay healthy. Him alongside Jimmy Butler. And Victor Oladipo definitely fits their aesthetic, their culture down there in Miami. Him, Butler, I'm forgetting his name. The Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, who they tried to trade for Kyle Lowry, and Duncan Robinson. That's a great, I don't know, you can put starting 5 or like a small ball 5 lineup. That's a great lineup for the Miami Heat, and I would not be surprised if you see the Heat start to surge up. I know they're a game below 500 right now, but I would not be surprised to see them surge up by the end of the season, end up in that 4th seed, playing whether it's Charlotte, New York, Atlanta, who's won 8 of their last 2, who went on a big 10-game winning streak, I think. With that Nets Kyrie Irving taking another goddamn sabbatical in the middle of the fucking year. And then you got Kevin Durant, who legitimately I don't think has played in like 6 weeks. Hadn't played in 6 weeks. The Warriors trade, let's see, Brad Wanamaker to the Charlotte Hornets and forward Marquise Chris to the San Antonio Spurs. Looks like they're getting ready for a little, I'm going to say like a retooling. Not a rebuild, a retooling. Celtics trade Daniel Theis to Chicago. Chicago making big moves. Big moves. Jeff Teague and Javonte Green are heading out. That's weird, but who cares? And Mavs get Redick. They will not be trading Lonzo Ball, which is interesting because I don't think Lonzo wants to stay in New Orleans. So I'm assuming they're gonna wait until he's a restricted free agent and take a shot. And let's see how much he can get up on the open market. And to be honest, with the way he's shooting this year, he could get a lot out on the open market. And the Spurs complete a buyout of LaMarcus Aldridge. A clean buyout of LaMarcus Aldridge. I would not be surprised to see, you know, what's his name? Andre Drummond on this list. There's a report hit up 11 hours ago. They're two-time All-Star. Yeah, it looks like they're working to buy him out. So I'll definitely want to see where he's gonna go. This is one of those teams that kind of just needs to blow this. The Cavaliers are working on getting better. There are a couple teams who need to blow this shit up. A couple of them in the Western Conference. If I'm Sacramento, blow it up, start over again with Fox and Halliburton. I don't know if Fox wants to go through a rebuild again. The New Orleans Pelicans, they're probably going to get rid of Ball. I don't think they're going to be able to match whatever deal he gets from whatever team offers him a deal. And they need to have a conversation with Brandon Ingram. This ain't your team, bruh. This is not your team. This is Zion Williamson's team. So I'm going to need Zion to be taking more than 11, 12 shots a game. I'm going to need Zion to pick it up. Pick it up, Zion. Pick it up. Zion Williamson need to pick it up. The Washington Wizards, honestly, I kind of think they need to blow this thing up too. Toronto Raptors, they looks like they're getting for a rebuild. Chicago Bulls are like, man, we want to be good again. Chicago Bulls want to be good again. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our very, very short NBA trade line discussion. I'm your host, SJP, and this is the Sports Report of the SJP Files. Thank you for listening. Hope to see you guys again.